South State Street Manufactured Gas Plant virtual tour. Thanks for joining us. Kirsten McDade, Pollution Prevention Specialist, and I, Eleanor Hines, Northbound Baykeeper, Lead Scientist at Resources, will be your guides, joined by staff from the Department of Ecology and the City of Bellingham. Normally, we would be hosting an in-person tour, like we've previously done for this site in the fall of 2018 for the Remedial Investigation Feasibility Study comment period, but due to health and safety measures related to COVID-19, we are trying out a virtual tour instead for the very first time. So why are we here today at Boulevard Park? We are here today because there's a public comment period on the Draft Cleanup Action Plan open starting June 22nd through July 21st for the South State Street Manufactured Gas Plant, a Model Toxics Control Act site located in the Boulevard Park area along Bellingham Bay. Through this tour, we aim to give you more information while familiarizing you with the site to better enable you to make an informed public comment on the Cleanup Action Plan for this legacy contaminated site. Previous site investigations found that the main source of contamination came from the historic manufactured gas plant, which left behind contaminants in different concentrations across the cleanup site in the soil, groundwater, and marine sediment. This diagram shows the extent of the contamination found in the soil for cyanide, volatile organic compounds, metals, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, including those that are carcinogenic. These same contaminants have traveled into the groundwater. This diagram shows the extent of the contamination for cyanide, volatile organic compounds, metals, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Lastly, this diagram shows that the principal contaminant found in the marine sediment are carcinogenic PAHs, or polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. While these are the findings in the remedial investigation, the Cleanup Action Plan we will talk about today addresses how these contaminants will be cleaned up.
Thank you, Eleanor, for that introduction. This is Kirsten speaking now, and I wanted to let you know how best to navigate this virtual tour. There are a total of 9 stops on this tour, this being the first one. We recommend following this tour in the order of the steps laid out in the Google map. You can take this virtual tour from the safety of your home, or if you are up for a small adventure and you feel safe and comfortable, come on down to Boulevard Park and follow the tour on your smartphone. In addition to the videos, you can find a full script for each video down below that also includes links to where you can find further information. It can be a bit noisy down here at the park, so headphones could also be helpful. The tour starts off by an overview of the historical uses of the park and how it led to this area being contaminated, most of which was covered in the previous public comment period for the Remedial Investigation Feasibility Study. Eleanor will then dive into the Model Toxics Control Act's formal cleanup process, where we are in the public comment period for the Draft Cleanup Action Plan. We will next interview staff from the Department of Ecology and City of Bellingham in a series of videos to tell us more about the Draft Cleanup Action Plan. Ian Foley from Ecology will conclude the tour with more information on how you can participate in this public process. This tour is hosted by Resources under a public participation grant awarded to us by the Department of Ecology, where we aim to elevate your knowledge about Model Toxics Control Act so you can have your voice heard in this public process.